Coming through with the strength in you. Dun 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 dun. Coming through with the strength in you. Yeah, you. Hey, coming through with the strength in you. What it do, boo? Coming through with the strength in you. You made it. Good job. Strength in you. Coming through. Strength in you. Coming through. Hey, boo. Hey, boo. Hey, happy Monday. We done made it through the weekend, but I ain't gonna even get into it. We're just gonna bring the king in on the scene of the team. You already know what I mean.
Yo, 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 what's up, me, everyone?
Hey,
Welcome.
you here, first of all, I got them bars. I'd be like, we bring the king on the team, on the scene, you know what I mean?
I like it.
Hey, them bars
I
be
ain't gonna
hit.
lie, my head's big. I don't need a bigger. How you
Hey,
doing?
man, I'm good. Let me tell y'all what I did, first of all. First of all, my weekend was a busy weekend. But the good thing is I went to talk to Jesus and I got reinstated in church and it felt so good. I cried and I felt things and it reminded me of why I was in there in the first place and who actually brought me through all the things that I've already been through. So it was that part was amazing. But what wasn't amazing is what happened after church. I
Oh,
was cooking and I had a one-handed situation because I do everything with the hand. I don't know if you'll be able to see my bruises.
oh no.
You see that? It's on my arm. I got stuff. Listen, I didn't the grease
Was that
decided to
grease?
pop out. The grease was like, pop out. Pop out, bitch. No.
Yo,
And the
you
grease
saved
came
now.
up.
You can't be talking like that.
I ain't saved. I know I ain't saved. I'm still working on it. No, Jesus know me. I am not saved. I am a work
Lordy,
in
Lord.
progress for sure, like definitely. And the beauty of me and Jesus in our relationship is he know that 100% my heart is huge and I will give everything that I can give. That don't have nothing to do with this potty mouth. This is the part that I'm working on. The Chicago in it is still there. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
don't judge it. But I got it together. I don't cuss as often. But no, the grease popped out at me and it not only got my hand, it popped up my arm and I got some real your digs over here and some situations, but strengthening you to push through. I still finished my meal. It was bomb. It was roast. I had seared that roast. That's what had did it. And it was heavy when I flipped it and it had dropped. It's neither here nor there. I made it
Real
through the
quick,
fight.
I wanna have a story real quick about grease. I was doing chicken, like a year or two ago, and I had my shirt off like a nuns, and I went ahead and popped the chicken in it, and it popped out the grease, and it went all over my stomach. I have like scars on my stomach now because of the grease, so I know exactly what that feels like.
Man, that grease could be real disrespectful. It hurts everybody's feelings. But like I said, I
Hmm.
made it through and I still got my meal prepared. So that was the best part. It was like, at least I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was all about. But how are you? Enough about my shenanigans.
I'm okay. I mean, I have to do mental inventory and make sure everything's good. But besides that, like family's good. It's my sister's birthday today. So shout out Karen, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Uh,
birthday, 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 birthday,
yeah,
birthday, Karen. Hey,
everything's good. I got an appointment tomorrow, so I'm back on that grind. And just taking things day by day.
that's what's up. Well, we got an interesting show today because I know y'all used to me being extra positive, and it's still gonna be positive because I'm gonna always throw some positivity in there. Ain't nobody ever just gonna be down and sad. But today we're just talking about being tired, have you that's why I spelled it so many different ways because
I
we
was like,
tired.
what does that mean?
Because life tie you up to all your emotions and then you get even more tired of your situation and everything you're going through, then you end up tired. Where you know what? Ain't no more energy. I ain't even tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired of all of it. And that's what it was all about. It was like your emotions in life ties you up with everything and it's frustrated. And then you be like, oh, I'm just tired. I'm overwhelmed and I'm tired. And then you get to that point of all that, and at the end, you're just like, I'm tired. I'm tired of all this shit. Like for real, you get for real about life, and I'm tired. So that's why you got so many different tides, because that's what we.
What's that mean? Like before you came on, I was like sitting there. I was like, "What's tired, tired,
Love you,
tired?"
boo. Yeah, like I
No,
say,
no, no.
yeah. And a matter of fact, before we even go on, give me a situation where you started off where you was like, I'm tired. Like it tied you up in all of its everything, and then you got to the point where it was like, I'm tired of this, and then you got to the point where it was like, I'm tired. I'm
Uh, this morning. Little hugs. Um, this morning. I had a couple of things I was to do. I was like, man, I'm just tired. But I got to the point where I was like, almost half it. I was like, I'm not gonna do it because I was tired. But I pushed through it, got it done. But this morning I was feeling that I understand like 100% what you were going through because I went through that this morning.
Yeah, see, and I don't think I'm necessarily just going through it in one moment or a certain situation. It's just sometimes in life, so many things can come and tag you up in everything it wants you to do or for who you got to do it for, that you end up at that point where you just like, I'm really just, I'm tired. And I got that way recently about everything. And I've been super emotional because it's just what it is. And I'm human. And as strong as I am, I'm tired of being strong. I don't want to
Yeah.
always be strong. I don't want to always be positive. I want to say, fuck, I'm tired. I don't want to pretend nothing. And this is what it is. Because I'm allowed to have moments. I'm allowed to have, situations to where it's like, fuck, you better get out of my face. Like, I'm tired. Like,
Well, in all fairness, we've been going through a lot recently, so it's kind of acceptable to feel that way. Um, what was like your breaking point, if you don't mind me asking?
taking on other people's burdens.
Mm.
And I don't really feel like I have much of a choice because it's a part of me, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So, because of that, it's like when you know who somebody is and when they've shown you who they are, all you can do is believe them. So now
Yeah.
you have to move accordingly. You can't keep pretending like you can't see. And it's like, although my direct tribe is straight, the ones that's closest to me is not. So I feel like we don't necessarily understand the reasons why we go through things, but God put us in situations where we have to be that extra backbone or that extra support or whatever. But that don't change my human side and saying, I'm tired. I don't even want to do this, but I guess you know what? Somebody got to do it. And apparently, God made me resilient enough to be able to do it because the person who I expected to do it ain't doing it. So then you find yourself, yeah. So it wasn't a one thing. It was just a conglomerate, and then that was the icing on the cake. Like, yeah, I'm over it. Let me tell
Good word, by the way.
you what.
Conglomerate.
Oh yeah, that's what it was though, for real. And I know we all go through it, and I think oftentimes we so busy trying to be positive because most of us are believers. So that ain't nothing wrong with being a believer. That's awesome. That's great. But at the same time, you got to be honest, even with God. You know what I'm saying? You got to be honest with self, so you'll be able to control what
Actually, now that you bring that up, I kind of want to show you something. I got this yesterday at church.
what is it. Trust God.
So whenever you feel overwhelmed, just know that you're kind of going through it for a reason, and He's got a plan.
And that's my issue though. Because I know that, I feel like I have the right even more to say I'm tired. That don't change that I don't trust him because I trust you 100%. But I'm human at the end of the day, and I'm not going to try to pretend that I'm not because I believe in God. And oftentimes we do that because we say we trust God and we believe in, put it all in God's hands. Yeah, you do put it all in God's hands. But that don't change that I'm human and I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
anyway, we
yeah.
getting all into the topic.
I know, right? We started early.
Right, we starting real early. Y'all already know we got to get our education and our awareness because everything has a purpose, everything has a plan, and um, all this awareness and all these new words that we're learning is not for nothing. It's building up in all of us. So I'm gonna go ahead and on ahead and get on with this word of the day because think about reasons why you tired because we're gonna get to that point real soon and you get to tell us what your issues are exactly with being tired, even with religion and being a child of God, people telling you put it all in God's hands and they make you feel like you can't get tired. But anywho, let me shut up. Okay, let's go. The word of the day, don't wait, educate. The word of the day, don't wait, educate. Okay, okay. I'm tired of him. He about to fall out the chair. Anyway,
I went this way. I went the other way, and I was like, "Wait."
I got an interesting word for y'all. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's
Oh
see.
Lordy, Lord, here we go. What is that?
I don't know.
I can.
Shushination. Wait, shushination. It's shushination. Y'all tell me what you think this is in the comments because I'm tearing this word up. Okay. Oh, hey, Stacy, Sugarfoot, and Catherine. Okay, let's see. Just like Job, you're allowed to complain. Yes, you better say what you said when you said
Oh,
it. You are allowed to complain.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's just
Can
how
you
far
say
you
that
take that
again?
complaining. What you said,
Can you try to say that again?
shishanine. I mean, shushination.
Oh, I need that.
Don't
Thank
play
you.
on me. I'm not gonna play. Let me get up here to this word. Okay, where's the thing that tell me how to say it? I want to see how to say the word. Okay, there we go.
Oh yeah, right there.
Caconation.
Caconation.
Catanation. Wait, say it again.
Nation.
Why you gonna say something? Yeah.
Oh,
Caconation.
Y'all repeat with me.
catanation.
Caconation.
Caconation. It means
Catanation.
what Junior does all the time. Loud, compulsive laughter. Okay, listen
That's
to
the
it
word
right
of
now.
the day for real. I'm gonna remember that one for sure.
Caconation. Okay. Caconation spilled out the movie theater showing, yeah, the movie theater showing the recent comedy release.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, we tried to remain calm through the ceremony, but my friend and I burst into catanation and we caught each other's eye.
Okay. The hoots coming from the monkey habitat sounded almost like caconation of a group of children. Okay. That's good actually because I got plenty of symbols for this because I'm always busting up in cacanations for
Yeah,
nobody.
me too. Me too.
Throw y'all sentences in the comments. Let me hear why you with your caconation. Loud,
Uh,
compulsive laughter.
Whenever I'm in a chat with Joy, I catch a catanation. Does that make sense? I catanation. What?
Caconation.
Catanation. There we go. So every time I'm with Joy, I catanation every time I look at
What the?
her.
That's some see that I'm trying not to cuss, but that's some bullshit. You go every time I'm with Joy, I bust you have cacanations when you look at me. Well, fuck you, Junior. Okay. Y'all hear this? You know what? Whatever. Me all the time. Yes, Catherine, because Junior, I'm not gonna deal with him. Yeah, I hope you peeing on yourself, you bastard. Just wrong. Mm.
I didn't mean it like that. That was hilarious.
Every time I'm
Woo!
with Joy and I look at her, I'm cackinations, right? Okay. All right.
Oh, woo.
Anyway, I don't even like you right now. I done forgot what I was. Okay. We about to bust into something else real quick. Hold up, y'all. Negro.
Lord.
Let's raise awareness, you see. Why? Because prevention is key. Hey.
Oh, man.
uh, you and your cacanations. All right, y'all. So awareness is for prevention. That's what this is all about. I know y'all be like, "Oh my God, here she is trying to teach us something." Well, listen, this is how we prevent things. When you know better, you do better. Okay. So I'm not gonna take you long on this journey. I'm just gonna always remind you about be faster because that's how I live now. That's a part of my life, and I don't never want nobody to go through it. So balance, as, face, arm, speech, time for the emergency room. That is be
Be
faster.
faster.
Be faster. You can save a life. Then you have track. Stay on track. This is to prevent diabetes.
Diabetes. Yep.
Take your medication. Regular exercise. Wait, yeah. No,
Hmm.
no. Regular exercise, add
Yep.
healthy foods to your diet. Check your ABCs, which is your A1C, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol. Stay on top of that. And if you're a cigarette smoker, cut the habit. Invest in some marijuana that ain't never hurt nobody. But them cigarettes, they be killing people in real life. So fall back from this. Don't be laughing him and his cacanations. You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you it's proof. Marijuana ain't never killed nobody. And if you can having a hard time with cigarettes, that's how it helps you switch it up. Because God, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna leave that alone. But stay on track. That was the whole point of that. Stay on track and be fast.
You're killing me today.
Remember that if you're going through some things internally, don't be afraid to seek help. And there is quick numbers like 988. You can just text them. You don't have to call them. So if you don't want to talk, that's all good, fine, dandy, is all love. Just reach out, get you some necessary help because we're all human. We all have our own struggles that nobody know about. And it's best to have a support system, whatever that looks like. Don't think or belittle yourself because of it, because it's all necessary. Um, what else I'm gonna tell you? This is a new thing that I've learned recently. It don't personally have nothing to do with your physical health, but it has to do with your financial stability. We all need to learn some financial education so we can build generational wealth within our families because most of us come from poor generations and we want to break those cycles and those curses. So building generational wealth is necessary. So you need to reach out to financial advisors. Most of those cost a lot of money, but I'm your girl. But no, for real, it's for real. So get with me if you really want to know some things and build up. Do you have anything, sir, that you would like to raise
I
awareness?
do actually. I do. I'm telling you this from experience, and it considers your mental health. I think people ignore that aspect of your health and your generalization of your body, your spirit. Take care of yourself. If that means talking to a therapist, it's not like before or back in the day. Like when you thought of a therapist, you thought like, oh, that person's crazy or da 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 da. Like it's perfectly acceptable to kind of go through your emotions and take a deep dive of what's going on in here because you never know what can happen, right? Talking to somebody who's not in your circle, right, and has no skin in the game can do wonders for your health and everything else. So take your mental health seriously and talk to a therapist if you need one.
Absolutely. That is facts. Catherine said, your shows throw me into a cacanation.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
appreciate that, Catherine. Yes. Oh, but also, guys, I'm still raising awareness about different abilities. Okay. First of all, we as a people have to stop saying that. Us as a culture, not black culture, but I'm talking about the handy capable culture. See, we're the ones who teach people how to treat us, how what to call us, and all these different things. So if you're seeing yourself as a victim or you're seeing yourself as dishonor, I mean, I saw the thing on the thing. If you're seeing yourself as a victim or you're seeing yourself other than capable or disabled, no, I said that all wrong too. Stop, pause. Brian went to the stove. It came back now. Okay. If you're seeing yourself as a victim or as disabled, the world is only going to see you in that way also. So you have to really learn to adapt to who you truly are, which is capable of what you want to achieve. If it's not none that's that's I guess that you're striving for, maybe it's something you can't do. But again, if it's in your will, there would definitely be a way. So you're not handicapped by no means. You're capable of whatever it is you want to do. So we have to really raise awareness about different abilities because whether you're a stroke survivor, person with disability, I mean, this diabetes, MS, lupus, heart disease, no matter what your situation is, we all have a different ability. Like some of it you can see on the outside and some of it you can't. But at the end of the day, we're all dealing with something, but we have to teach people how to treat us and how to talk to us. So you have to start saying truly who you are versus what the world sees you as. I know they classify
hmm
all of us as disabled, But if you don't move or consider yourself disabled, they won't either. You know how many people forget I'm a stroke survivor? And they hang with me on a regular basis. They be trying to hand me shit on the left side, and I'll be like, for real, wait, give it to me. And then we all laugh about it, and they be like, Joy, I forgot. And then I'll be like, it's all good. That just mean I carry myself different. So again, it's
Yeah,
all
it's not a bad thing.
huh.
I said that's not a bad thing.
Right. So that's why I was like, I don't get mad at it, but it just be funny because they really be looking at me like, you really ain't gonna take this. And I be like, you know, that's my left side, right? And then we all laugh about it. And it's like, oh, yeah. But again, it's because of how I carry myself. So if you walking around as if you can't do something, then again, that's how the world gonna treat us. So we have to get on board with this different abilities. And I know y'all didn't see my petition, and if you haven't, it's right on the front, pinned up to Strengthen You's page. And I please encourage you to go and sign it and share it with people because it takes a village, and I'm just a starting point, and wisdom is just a starting point. So we have to share it to our pages, our families, our friends, and just everybody because this is for all of us. We're all gonna need a button at some point. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, Catherine said, and your mental health has a lot more to do with your physical than you think. That is so factual. She hit the girl. You say what you said when you said it.
Hit the nail on the head.
For real, for real. Now that is an actual fact. You can go and research that for yourself. Your mental actually does have a lot to do with your physical. And if you think down, your muscles ain't gonna even work right to be up, if that makes sense. So you may want to get in tune with that mental health because it's real out here in the field. Yeah. Ow. Okay.
I'm not doing that.
When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time. When you motivate, you elevate. It's motivation time. I can't stand them. You about
Woo! Yo, actually really like today's motivation time. Let me bring it up on my phone. Give me a second. Oh, I got a text. Anyway, I'm gonna start off with the quote first. It's by Theodore Roosevelt, and it goes: in a moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing to do.
huh? Wait. No, read that again.
Yeah, I was gonna start over about it.
Okay. I was
In
like,
a
what?
moment
Man, my
of
scroll started.
decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing to do. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing is that you do nothing. Let me do it again. In a moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing to do. The next the next best thing is the wrong thing. So pretty much saying that when you take action in your life, making that first step is always going to be the best move, right? When you kind of go and dig it down and you go to the next step, it's not the best idea. You want to take action and take initiative, and when you do nothing, that's the worst thing you can do because you're not making any gains. So when you think about it, what he's trying to say is be direct, be present, and be dictating on what you are going to do in your life. If you, I know we just started the year, we're in February, but a lot of people brought up goals that they want to do. How many of us are still doing those goals, right? So I think taking action and taking directive in your life is the best thing you can do. Doing nothing in your life is the worst thing you can do because you're not doing anything. You're not making anything forward or backwards, right? Um, when you feel tired, and we're kind of gonna get into that in the topic. When you feel tired, you have to find that little ounce of whatever's gonna motivate you to push you through. This morning, I didn't really want to do anything, to be completely honest with you. But it took that little bit of, I want to say, hope or knowing that if I didn't do anything, I wasn't gonna make any strides or make any movements. So I had to psych myself up to kind of get through the day, which is all I have to do. So taking initiative and staying focused on what you need to do is the best thing you can do for your life, and doing nothing is the worst thing you can do in your life. So take charge, be cool, and stay calm under pressure, and you're gonna be absolutely wonderful moving forward. And that's my freestyle version of the motivation time.
That is absolutely true. But I want to make sure I remind y'all too that some days you just can't. And on those days when you can't and you know you've done all you can do, let your body and your mind rest. Just take a day to literally don't think, watch some TV, whatever it is that you do to relax your mind, but don't overdo anything because that will also destroy you. So take a break sometimes. Catherine
I think
said,
honestly, like, hold on, what you said?
hold on, whether right or wrong, do something. Don't just sit on your hands.
Yeah,
She said, that's dedication, bub. Facts.
but going to what you said there, I think I struggle with that the most is taking a day and not pushing myself. Like I feel like I have to do something every day. Every day, if I don't do anything, I feel like I'm not progressing and I'm not moving forward.
I
Whether
used
that's
Go
what?
ahead. Go
No.
finish.
Whether that is me always working out, doing something, I feel like I have to do something, and I have to learn how to rest my body and just take a day off.
Absolutely. James says, overwhelmed. But I see something that's amazing on here. It says, boo, taking care of yourself is doing something. Hey, that's that self care that a lot of us don't recognize and realize. What I was gonna say to you is that's one of my struggles and one of my problems. But what I've learned is taking a day for me is me going to karaoke. It is me going out with my boys and watching a movie or something like that or going bowling. You know what I mean? Like for me, it is hard to just sit and watch TV all day because number one, stroke body don't really like that. Like it
Yeah.
don't really care for you to just be in one space all day, just sitting down because it hurts more. So I'd rather go and do something fun that I'm enjoying versus doing something that's therapy or that's solely focused on stroke or solely focused on school or you know what I mean? Like I go
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little reckless, not really reckless, but a little careless and just have fun. And I hate to even use the word careless because I'm still aware of my surroundings. I'm not over drinking. I'm not being extra. I'm not, doing nothing crazy. It's just me not having as much responsibility and having freedom to just be chill, whatever that looks like. If I want to go get on the stage as Juicy Joy and cuss on the mic, that the fuck is freedom. And I'm doing it that day. And that is what is going to be my stress reliever. You know what I mean? But oftentimes, I think as stroke survivors, especially the ones of us who don't want to be seen as just stroke survivors, we have a tendency to put more on us than we should because how we're already seen. So it's like, let me make sure I don't give you a reason to see that of me because this ain't that. You know what I mean? Do
Hmm.
you deal with that? Hold on, wait, one second.
Um,
You want to read this? Can you see that?
yeah. One of my self care is going to church and listening and joining and singing the hymns. I
I
love doing
love
that.
it,
I love
James.
doing that at church. That was like a big thing when I had my stroke was uh not being able to sing the way I used to. So now when I go to church, I make sure I sing as best as I can. I know it doesn't sound the way I used to, but I that's a good way to kind of get that pressure out and that because I feel like that was a stress reliever for me whenever before I had my stroke. Whenever I was too stressed out or too overwhelmed, I would just sing, and it was a good way to kind of get that pressure off. And that was something I was lacking in.
Let me
And to
ask you.
your point, huh?
I was going to say, let me ask you, do you find though, because you just said something that I'm sure a lot of people dealt with after stroke, because most of our voices changed and you know how long you can hold your breath and just so many things change after you have a stroke. Do you find that when you first got the confidence to even try versus now that you've improved with your singing?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a grind because I know how I used to sound. So that was like a mental thing of like I don't want to sing because I had to get over that.
Right.
Once I did get over that, it was little short notes that I could hold. I couldn't hold longer notes. And then as I practice with singing at church, it's not like I'm coming home and singing. Maybe I should do that, but I've noticed like recently, especially yesterday when I went to church, I was singing. I was able to hold the note way longer. So practice makes perfect, and if you don't use it, you lose it, right? We all know
Fact.
that thing. So definitely putting that effort in, and but it's more of a mental hurdle you got to get over. Is
Yep.
you're not gonna sound like you used to, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try.
Right. Facts. Good, good. That was awesome. Okay. Let's keep it moving, y'all, because we almost through this thing because I've been running my mouth. Okay.
What's your history? Because mine's a mystery. Let's uncover it and try to see.
Yeah. So of course, I'm just gonna be short and brief. I got my one card for you from the history books from the urbanintellectuals.com people. And the whole point of history is about us learning each other history. We'll recognize we got more in common than we think. And we have one history as people, not all these individual histories that really isn't what it is. So I have, can y'all see that? The Nanny of the Maroons. Now, I'm going to always encourage you because I almost forgot. You will always get better views from us and better everything from us if you just head over to YouTube because then you can actually see us and our craziness. Because we got to work it on here too, and you won't get the good work in it if you only listening in, but you can still follow. But anywho, the Nanny of the Maroons. This is from 1686 to 1755. Celebrated Jamaican war hero and community leader of the Jamaican Maroons who fought against British forces during the early 1700s, was born in Ghana and escaped slavery in Jamaica to form her own group, the Maroons, who lived in Nanny Town. Organized many raids against the British and is credited with helping free over 1,000 slaves. She worked as a powerful healer of both physical and spiritual illnesses in the area, thanks to her West African roots. And Nanny's legacy lives on. She is remembered as one of the earliest leaders of slave resistance in the Americas. Shout out to Nanny of the Maroons.
That's really
Boom.
cool. That's really
So
cool.
before I say anything else, I'm gonna also encourage y'all to share your history with us. Like send your history, some wisdom, or my Facebook, Instagram, however you want to contact us. But like I said, it's important that we all learn each other's history so we can learn that we're on one team. So share your history, share your pride, share your joy, wisdom. Who you want to share with us?
So okay, so I've been going through and sharing Hispanic influential people, and I don't want to get political or like do any artists, right? So this week I'm doing Charles Darwin, a person of a history. I think we need to refamiliarize ourselves with these people because they're part of our country and our history. So they're just it doesn't matter if they're white, black, brown, it doesn't matter. So Charles Darwin was an English Plymouth who studied several sciences during his lifetime, but in a theory of evolution by natural selection, the foundation of modern evolutionary studies, which gave him the legacy of being one of history's most famous scientists ever. Um, Darwin was agnostic, of fact, had a pivotal influence on his thinking. He was shocked by the strict religious Victorian society of his day by suggesting a completely different theory from the Bible. Nothing that animals and humans share a common ancestry. So Charles Darwin, he invented the theory of evolution. Even though I'm Christian and I kind of believe in the Bible, his way of thinking was very different, and that led to other people thinking differently about different things, which led into a whole mass like Albert Einstein and all different kind of people. So shout out to Charles Darwin.
All right now. Let's see. Well, I forgot to miss something. This for you. Bub, you need to get back to it, even if it's just for yourself. The only person you should compare yourself with is who you were yesterday. I know it's hard as heck to do, but you've got this.
Thank you,
Facts.
Captain.
Facts. Now let's get to this hard part. And it ain't gonna last long like I want it. Well, not really long. But I want, you know how I be trying to do them sets of 10 and all that cut. We ain't gonna have no time because I'd have been running my mouth. And we still gotta get to the topic. So we're gonna have a quick one exercise, just one good one. Maybe one apiece. Do you have an exercise you want to do before I lie to the people? Because if not, then it really will be one.
No, I have one. It's gonna be a single down one, but I got one.
Okay, that's fine. So we got 2 exercises for you. And remember, guys, you don't have to do it how we do it. We just want you to move and do something. That's what it's all about. Encouragement for the next station and the next part of your life. Movement.
Push through with that strength in you. Get up, what? Get moving. Get up, what? Get moving.
Look, now the one time I didn't get up first because Wisdom said his was in the chest. So I was like, well, I'm just stay right here.
No, not this time.
But see, since my knees don't be working, and I know your knees probably don't really work well either because they want to be tight because we're in the wintertime if you over here in this part of the country we in. But if not, good for you. No. We're going to march though. We're just going to march in place for a little bit. So lift your knees. Just march. We're going to try to get maybe, I ain't going to tell you how many it's going to be because then it's going to psych you. I'm just going to do it. We're going to march and I'm going to tell you where we're going to stop. If you got to hold on, hold on. It's just about lifting your knees and getting used to putting that weight on each side. That's all it's about. That's all it's about. I be lying all the time, y'all. I said I wasn't going to be a liar when I grew up as an adult. But I be lying. I'm sitting over here right now as we do our knees over here like, well, we should do some squats because that booty always need to be lifted.
We don't all care about our booty.
I'm a girl. I care about my booty. I don't want to look like SpongeBob in my clothes.
I got a nice booty, but I don't really care about it.
You a man. You don't need to care. Your meat supposed to be in the front.
Whatever.
I'm just saying. Girls got different problems than boys. And our clothes don't fit the same if ain't no trash in your can.
Wow.
Just whatever. Okay, y'all. So because I'm gonna keep it short for real, we're gonna do just 10 squats. I told you I lied already. We're gonna do 10 squats and I'm gonna be done and I'm gonna turn it over to Wisdom. Okay? Not sets, just literally 10. So we're gonna go slow and controlled. Slow and controlled. 10. Let's go. You got it. 9. Squeeze it. Come on, push it through. 8. Strengthen you. 7. Come on through. 6. We got this. 5. Oh my God. 4. My legs hurt so well. 3. We almost there. Don't stop on me. Don't stop. 2. One more. One more. Come on. Yeah. Now you can sit down and do what Wisdom wants us to do. That's the last little something I'm gonna make you do. So we can talk about how we tied. We tied right now from them squats and that loud toe. We tied.
Okay, everybody can do this one. So it's just called trunk rotation. And we're gonna move to the right and move to the right and move to the left side on my side of the switch. So what we're gonna do is if you have armrest on your chair, just kind of use them to trunk rotate to the left, your right. Oh, gotta swim the chair just a little harder. Ah, and then we're gonna go to the other side.
I'm mad. I'm tired from them little marches and that squats.
Yeah.
That's fat. I don't know how y'all feel, but it's
Last
real.
one. We're gonna hold it
Oh
to the
man.
other side. All right. That's it.
Oh, okay. He just wanted to stretch us. That didn't even count as exercise. That was a stretch. Good job.
Hey, some people don't even do that.
I said good job. Ain't nobody judging you. You ain't got to say hey. What the? Okay. Anywho. Okay, y'all. I gotta make a thing for when I come into my topic because I need to have a whole breakup. But anywho,
Yeah.
there's neither here nor there. Let's get into
I'm
it.
gonna do it.
Right. Let's get into it. I'm gonna make the song, don't trip. Uh, um, let's get into it though, because we got versions of where I'm talking about. So as you see on the page, I don't know if you peep game, but we got 3 different versions of Tide, right? And that's because life tie you up with all the crap, right? Then you get tied up in all your feelings and your emotions and all the crap. And then you get tired of doing what you're doing to be okay while you're going through the things that you tied up in. And then you become tired. I don't want to do it no more. And you get to cussing people out. And that's normal. And that's all I want to talk about today because I might get to cuss motherfuckers out today. It's just what it is. But no, because it's real life. And like I said, we always positive, which is great. We're going to stay positive. But that don't change that you have moments throughout your day where you're just tired. And you don't want to deal. You don't want to be strong. You don't want to pretend. You just want to be able to be whatever it is that you feel. What do you think about that?
I think it's like okay to feel tired. I think a lot of people, myself included, I have to work on this. Feel that being tired is kind of a sign of weakness. That I'm not allowed to be tired. Um, and it's perfectly okay to feel that way. I think when you easily are overwhelmed or when you feel like life is getting too much, it's very easy to feel that way. Um, but one thing I always kind of gravitate towards back to, sorry, is that even though you may feel tired, do what you need to kind of reset the clock. I think a lot of us don't do that, whatever that may be. Whether that's sitting down and watching TV, taking a nap, do something that is going to reset your clock, so you
Woo!
don't feel so tired.
But no, for real, for real. You said the one thing that I had the hardest time with, which is napping. Because to be honest, my plate don't allow me really time to nap. Because I think just like how you said, you feel like it's a sign of weakness to be tired. I don't see it as a sign of weakness, but I feel bad when I'm not able to do, like for instance with my kids. If I promise I'm taking them to the movies, I'm not gonna be too tired to take them to the movies. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still find a way to do it. If I make a promise to anybody, I try to keep it because I feel like the world already breaks enough promises in general with being fair. We taught if you good to people, they good to you. That's a lie. That ain't real life. So we get in this conundrum of what we think is, but it really ain't. So now I'm just like, I refuse to allow what I'm going through affect my promises because your word is all you got. So I'm big on trying to keep my word versus going to take a nap. I'd be like, I can just go to bed early if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? But to not keep my promise, I ain't going. I don't do well with that.
Do you feel like that's um I know you struggle with like going to sleep at a certain time you deal with insomnia. So do you feel like you're able to kind of go to bed early if you feel that way?
Do I feel like what?
Like can you like you if you feel tired, right? You say, I can't take a nap because I'm gonna keep my word. Are you able to tell your mind, okay, we're gonna go to bed early because I know you struggle with that insomnia?
Oh well, yes, sometimes, but it don't always work out. Like most of the time that I'm actually tired, I'm like the average kid where you get tired at that 1 and 2 o'clock period of the day, and at that time of the day, what either I'm working, I got a doctor's appointment, you know what I mean, I got therapy, I got something I got to do. So on weekends, that's the only time that I really have with my kids like that because of life, school, and everything I got to do. So when I be wanting to go to sleep during the week, it's like my work schedule, my school schedule, and everything else that I have scheduled is not really in there at the moment. And I feel like this is just a temporary what's the word I'm looking for? A sacrifice. It's a temporary
Ooh,
sacrifice for my next plateau because once I get to that plateau, I won't have to work so hard because I'll have a team of people working with me so I can make money while I'm going to sleep. But right now, because I didn't do my job as a teenager or as a young adult, I'm going through things differently that I should have been went through, but I didn't go through because I was irresponsible and all I wanted to do was smoke weed and chill and kick it. So it wasn't like now where I'm aware and I'm focused and I know what I want and I'm driven, and it just was different. And again, I didn't really think I had a future. So I guess I'm tired that I'm here, and so now I'm extra tired that I gotta keep going. But at the same time, I know that there is no other way around it because the only way to it is through it. So I got to continue to go through this part just for a little bit more time until I get to that next place. And it's around the corner, but you have to stay persistent. And it's like anything else. You be right there at the finish line when you want to throw in the towel. So I'm like, just stay grounded, stay focused because this is temporary. You know what I'm saying?
and all fairness, I mean, you do a lot, right? So
That sounds
that's
like
and you
playing
have
around the
kids,
metal.
so
Yeah.
the sacrifice is worth it at the end of the day because you have kids, you're trying to build wealth. Like, when is are you gonna get to a point where enough is enough, or are you gonna
Of
keep going?
course. No, you definitely gonna get to a point. Well, I know I am. I'm gonna definitely get to a point where enough is enough. But I feel like right now I'm being used in the way that God requires of me, and certain things is going to be a little hard. And that's just like what I've been preaching this whole time. Anything worth having will be hard. And me building this brand of strength in you, and me building character in my kids, and me building strength in myself, and resilience and all these different things is going to take the hard part. And this is the hard part. And unfortunately, because we are brain injury survivors, it looks different, is a little extra because fatigue is already kind of on our back in general.
Yeah,
So it makes it a little bit more extra, but at the same time, it's like, are you gonna keep using it as an excuse for the reason why you're not doing something? Because you're gonna say, I'm a brain injury survivor, so I'm tired, but I don't want that to be the excuse of why. You know what I mean? Like, I'll
yeah.
just sacrifice a little bit and take some vitamin B, and if anything, long as I'm moving, I'm good. It's once I'm actually sitting, but luckily I'm not really sitting that long except for things
Yeah.
like this, and we're still
How
engaged in
long? Sorry to cut you off. How
no, you
long
good.
have you been like? I know you like a survivor of many years, over 10 years at this point.
This is my 10 year
Um.
now.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah,
So,
August 10.
congratulations, by the way. Um. Early on, did you feel like you had to push through, or because your kids are now in their teenage years, right?
One of them is a teenager and
Yeah,
one of them is
one.
1 year off. But yeah.
So they're at that point now where they're a little more independent. Do you feel like it's gas to the pedal now while they're still young and you have the capabilities of kind of pushing through? Because I know a lot of survivors are older, so it's a little harder to
Not so
push
much.
through.
Not so much. My kids, what I thought they were 3 and 5, but the more I calculate, that ain't even making sense. They had to been 2 and 5 when I had my stroke, and that's when I really had to push through. When I was really fatigued and tired, but I had a 2-year old and a 5-year old, so I still had to,
Yeah.
do what I had to do. So those were the days where I really had to push through. But now that they are 12 and 15, and I've taught them how to cook certain things, and they know how to answer the front door, and just certain things that they know I can chill now, and I don't necessarily have to do it as hard. But at the same time, they're watching me go through school and do all these different things. So although I'm not pushing through as hard, because they actually see me more and they like, Mom, I got you. So they actually are really helpful. But
Mm.
I guess I'm more still pushed through with how they see me treat people and how they see me help people despite what I'm feeling, because everybody needs somebody. And sometimes in helping people, it helps fuel you. So I
That's
think
true.
I push through with them watching me with school. Like I try not to fold with that period, because I'm never gonna tell you to do your best and I'm not doing mine. I just refuse to be one of them hypocritical parents. That's one I hate that.
You're
So
like leading by example in a way.
basically, so it's like I do push through on certain aspects, but at the same time, I do let them recognize self-care is important. So they know that mommy go do comedy, she go do her karaoke, she go get a pedicure and hang out with the girls or whatever, because that's all part of my self-care and it's necessary. But they also know mommy work hard as hell. You know what I mean? Like my son told me, he was like,
Yeah.
Mom, you the hardest working person in this house. That was amazing to me, because I'm like, I got the brokest body in the house, but you see
Yeah.
that I work my butt off. And he's like, when I think of you, I just think of how you like to help people and how no matter how you feel, you still get up and do stuff for other people. So those are the parts that I'm pushing through. So I don't really get to be tired. But life in general makes me tired, because we're
Mm.
battling not only the outside world, but our own people in the stroke world community who are trying to get over on us, who do us dirty, who don't really care wholeheartedly about us, and they just want what they can get from you. You know what I mean? So that's the hard part. Let me see. That's awesome, though. That wait, I can't read right now. Wait, that's
That's
awesome
awesome
though
though
that
that they are
they
seeing you push
see you
through
push
hard
through.
enough.
Yeah, I had to catch it because it'll help them in the long run. Yes, honey, that's what I believe though. And like I said, if this stroke don't teach my kids nothing in this world, I hope that they know to never give up on life. Period. Whatever life throws your way, I want them to know I can stand strong in this and just plant my feet. That's why when I do my little videos and all that kind of stuff, sometimes I try to do it when they're around, just so they can hear me and see me and just feel my whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Because they boys, and as you said, they becoming teenagers, so they go in their room and they gonna be trying to be around me. So
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes when they come home from school and they see me doing it, they'll stay in the living room. And there was old videos where my youngest will hop on with me and we'll be doing it together. So I mean, that stuff keeps me going. But like I said, as positive as I am and as good as all that is, it don't change the fact that some days I really am just tired. I don't want to be
Yeah.
strong. Don't come telling me it's gonna be okay. I don't want to hear none of this shit. Like, and it's just real. Like I'm just having a moment as a human, and I don't want none of that. I just want. Sometimes I just want a hug. Sometimes I just want an ear. Sometimes I don't want nothing. We both just sitting there. But it's like that.
Here's a hug from Florida. Um, just to kind of touch on it, and kind of sidetrack a little bit. You are raising wonderful young men. The
Thank
chances
you.
I've had to kind of interact with them, very few, but every time I see them, I can tell their energy radiates, excellence. I think you're raising wonderful young men, and I think leading by example is the way to do it in this day and age, with technology and parents just shoving iPads and whatever in their kids' face. So I want to commend you on that. One thing I want to kind of ask you, um, for somebody who doesn't have kids, what would you recommend, or what advice would you give me to kind of push through that feeling of getting tired? Because it's very easy for you to kind of keep going because you feel like you have all these responsibilities. Where in case I don't,
But you do.
it's a little more difficult.
But you do. That also is about your perception. But if you look at how many survivors watch you, if you think about it again, we ain't nothing but toddlers relearning all this stuff. And people who are in the prime or the beginning stages of stroke are at that very critical stage where they're watching you and you're molding them and you're teaching them how to be a light throughout this dark situation. So, although you didn't birth nobody, you have a lot of children watching you. And it's not necessarily in that stage, but again, the mental state and the capacity of that. And even people like me, I watch you. I don't move like you because I got more energy, but
Yeah, yeah. Fair, fair.
no, but for real, you definitely have a lot of people who actually look up to you, who you motivate through watching you do things. So, although you don't have kids, when you are tired, no, when you tired, you got your niece and your nephew who watching Uncle Junior and what he's capable of. Because when times get hard for them, they may not seen their parents go through it, but they've been watching you go through the struggle. They've been watching you relearn walking, talking, how to eat without slobbing, and all these different things that they've been watching you how to do. You know what I'm saying? Look, Catherine says she watching you too. But yeah, no, real talk. And then like Keith, for example, he definitely looks up to you and watch you. And like people at your church who may not even necessarily say a word, they're watching you. And so even the people who counted you out, who was like, you ain't gonna never be able to do X, Y, and Z again, or the ones who stopped hanging out with you, they watching you from the sidelines and you're gonna show their ass better than you can tell them. You know what I mean?
I'm all about perspective and how you see things. I think I learned something today. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Catherine. You watching me too, Sugarfoot? Yes, honey. But that's like I said, that's part of why I do what I do. Because number one, I feel like we need more of us out there to show that it's okay to be us. First and foremost, it is okay to be us, whatever that is, whatever we feel, because it's gonna be different. But man, you definitely have a light that you shining around this world, and you don't even recognize it. Even in Australia, you're making an impact
Hmm.
all over the place. You making your impact. So I mean, although it don't look like my situation, we definitely have people that look up to us and that is like, thank you. You remind me there's hope, that I'm loved, that I'm valued, I'm appreciated. That's the part that I thrive on. That's what fuels my fire. To be able to say, you are not what happened to you. We're above that storm. Like that phoenix is emerging from the ashes. Like it's so much that's come from this and stroke. So it ain't all bad. Everything is about perception. You know what I mean? And if you see and you focus on the beauty in things, you'll start to recognize what's really there and know how bright your light is and how necessary it truly is. Because your light is for sure necessary. Good evening, honey love. Hey, Angie Boo.
Man,
Amen. Yes.
you got me all emotional. I'm about to cry. Stop
But
it.
that's because it's real. It's real, man. But that's why I do what I do. And I'm a reminder to all of us that even though we cry, we can still smile. Even though we scream, we can still laugh. Even though we're sad, we can still smile. Like all these things don't take away from the good that's in us. It just means we human. We feeling what we feeling, and it's okay. Hey, Bev. And that's because life been life in us for a long time. I'm 10 years in this, and even before stroke, there was other things that people don't even know about. I
Yeah.
didn't write everything in my memoir, so if you read that, you know it was some deep stuff, but that ain't even everything. So I mean, we all got our things and our reasons and our purpose. Know that yours is beautiful and it's bright and it's necessary, and that you're needed. And we love you with everything in us. And we about to head up out this baby, but I want you to put your
Oh
crown on
wow.
because I'm
It,
that we was
we
talking.
was.
I love y'all so much. Put that crown on. Put your lantern inside your crown and turn that light up. Let that light radiate all over you and through you. If it's negative, you're gonna let it bounce back. When accepting that, never giving in to giving up on you, always with the strength in you to push through whatever it is that life throws at you. Bars.
Bars. Love you guys.
Bye, guys. Please go over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel, and share with all the people. And until next week. Oh, before I forget, tune in for Strokes of Humor on Wednesday.
Oh, we're doing it
And
at 5:30 this week.
I'll see what he said. And
Yeah.
then we have support group, and that link is on the Strengthen You page. But that's every Friday at 4:00 Mountain, 3 Pacific, 5 Eastern, and 4 Central. I said them all crazy, but anyway, we did that. I caught it.
You got it
But I
right
love
though.
y'all. Stay blessed by the best. Until next week, Sugarfoots. Don't never give up. And wait a minute, because now I can't find my stuff. Okay, for real. Okay,
The brief.
okay, I'm not leaving, but I'm leaving.